Hello there YouTube, Devin here again. Now you might be noticing that this camera is at kind of a weird angle, and that's because I've got it hanging off my tripod and it wants to swivel really bad, but this video is going to be on showing you why the Mark II and the Mark I helmet really needed to be so different. Now a lot of that came down with the steel. Now you know how in a battlefield, knowing where you're going is a pretty important part of fighting a war. So what we have here is a kind of World War II era compass. This is actually a Korean War dated one. And we're going to show you how your helmet could have affected how you navigated. So this helmet here, as you can see in degrees, it's a lens-added compass. Now, the British went to a non-magnetic steel helmet between the Mark I and the Mark II. So the Mark II is non-magnetic, the Mark I is magnetic, and I'm going to show you that today because I have my Mark II helmet here, so if you could see it, it's Mark II, it's a Canadian-made Mark II, and then I have a American M1917A1 Kelly helmet made from a World War I Brody helmet shell, and we're going to show you how it affects that compass. So just to show you that this compass works, as you can see, when I rotate the whole compass, the needle moves, and you're paying attention to that little white bar right there. That's telling us our direction. So now when I move the Brody helmet, the Mark II, over near this compass, you'll notice that that white line doesn't move, okay? Because this is how you'd use the compass. You would get it very, very close to your eye in order to look through this little lens here to get your degrees and your bearing and stuff like that. And if I move the helmet really close to the compass, that doesn't move, that little white line, if you notice, because this is a non-magnetic steel. And we all know compasses work on magnetism. So now here we're going to take the World War I era helmet shell of this American M1917A1 Kelly helmet. Now I want you to pay very close attention to that little white line when I move the helmet closer. See how the line moved away? And if I pull it back? Now that is a very wide degree of rotation. See here, I move it back again. See how it moves closer? I pull the helmet away, it moves back to true north. Move the M1917A1 again closer, made out of a World War I shell. The line moves back. It might be very hard to see on your camera angle here. So, but it's pretty noticeable, right? It's a pretty big movement, as you could tell there. So if I move it closer to the north section, you can see how it pulls the whole compass out of alignment because this helmet shell is magnetic. Now it's very hard to navigate with that, and that's something the British noticed kind of after World War I. And now it's very easy with that much rotational energy, that much magnetional energy, to be off if you're traveling even 20 miles, a very good distance. So here once again, the Mark II, nothing changes, okay? Mark II helmet, non-magnetic steel, all right? Mark I Brody helmet shell, the whole thing moves, the whole needle. Which is a little weird, isn't it? So it's little details like that that have to go into helmet design that a lot of people don't realize. And this is kind of a myth that a lot of people seem to think didn't really exist, and I hope this kind of dispels that, because people seem to think that your helmet was there to keep you safe and there wasn't anything else. You know, it's just a piece of bent steel. And no more thought had to really go into it other than keeping the soldier safe. And I'm showing you that helmets are actually a sophisticated piece of military technology that a lot of people seem to take for granted. So hopefully you learned something today out of this video, and you learned a kind of a neat trick, and maybe something you didn't know about the Brody helmet. And I'm very happy to share this with you. Hopefully this kind of dispelled some rumors and myths. And if you're interested and you think this channel deserves a, like, comment, share, whatever, I do all my best to answer all the comments. When I have the time, of course. I'm very busy. But I have a lot of free time today, and if you think this channel is worth a donation, if you go to the About page of my channel, there is both a link to my Patreon, which I think I have 0 still, as of this video, and to my regular donations link, which goes right to my PayPal, and I get 100% of those proceeds. Nobody takes any of that money from me, and that's more for a one-time thing. So if you think I deserve a one-time donation, use the PayPal link, or if you want to subscribe and give me a buck or two every month, you could use the Patreon if you think I deserve it, of course. So thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.